welcome again to another episode of the Nigerian Theatre Witnesses to History on the Tunde Laniyo podcast. Last week we started a discussion with a veteran, truly veteran theatre artist, the inimitable Jare Uncle J, Jowo, that is Jare Adewolu for you in his diverse identities. And he's been witnessing to us how he got into the theatre from accounting and how his passion and dedication moved him from little roles to playing major roles in diverse productions in the theatre, and how he caught attention and went to work in NTA as the foundation member of the NTA Theatre Group. He would also write a play that caught the attention of the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria and became very popular. Like I said towards the end of our discussion last week, he must have been very satisfied with himself that he left accounting for theatre through his interaction with the one that they call Guguru Perere, that's Tunji Oyelano, who also was in theatre, involved with Wole Soyinka. And what he did after the Orisun Theatre Group was disbanded by Wole Soyinka, how he continued with his desire to be in the theatre. Today we'll continue our discussion as I invite him to lead us into the things that he did beyond the NTA, because I know that he went to, apart from working with Odu themes and other things, he also went to work in some other station. Today, those will be some of the things we'll focus on with Jare Adewolu, Cousin J. You're welcome again to the Nigerian Theatre Witnesses to History. So let's look at the directors that you worked with. Who were the memorable ones for you?
Thank you so much. Lekan Ladele. Dele Ajayi.
Dele Ajayi is in the US.
Yes. And briefly,
that is Santi. Yeah.
And then Demola Adeyemi. Husband of you.
Yeah, it's also in the US too.
Yes.
With Irene.
Yes. Can I say? Now, let me say something. You know, while at UI, during rehearsal with Orisun and during intermission, when we were relaxing, some of us will crack jokes and all that, whatever. You know, I just remembered a song by my daddy. When we were young, when we were, you know, when he's working.
Yeah.
It used to be working song for him unconsciously. That song, I sang it when we were relaxing at, I think, is it somewhere at you are there. Okete Oma Yibon Soloko Okete.
Okay.
Kukute ni.
Kukute Oma.
Okete can shoot the farmer because it's you know, they are possessed.
Yes.
But maybe opportunity, you know, remember what time. Kukute Oma Yibon Soloko. Kukute Oma Yibon Soloko Momi lọ rìn àjò kan. Ọmọ dẹ̀tẹ̀ lòun ló bá mi lọ. Mo lọ́mọ dẹ̀tẹ̀ padà lẹ́yìn mi. Ọmọ yẹn ni ojú bá mi lọ. Kukute Oma Yibon so local. But my daddy would be cutting, but I was, even I have not been able to, I was a small boy.
At that time?
At that time, my seniors were the one effectively assisting Baba. They always want me to go to the farm with them, because at times we say, I'm hungry, let us go home.
You will interfere with their work.
Yes. Well, no, my senior ones,
so that they can go back home.
Yes, but I will go then Kumbo. Then my seniors will later then pinch me somewhere when they saw that I was not looking. Then I will continue to say, so that's you can use, but it's my mentor.
Right.
I can easily
right.
let go now. He did a lot for me. He's the one who made me what I, But I just, when Jimmy Sholanke, I think I'm older than him by a few months. When Jimmy Sholanke sang that song at when we were celebrating Professor Wale Soyinka's 18th or 81st birthday at Shiton or whatever. Jimmy Sholanke sang that song, and he said, that's one of the songs that our God gave us. Then I couldn't stand it. When we finished, I told him that song was not
Soyinka, it was you.
It was, and I gave to Yelana.
Yes.
And it was not, because anyway. Then let me remember to say this. In the NTA, we used to have programs planning meetings.
Yes.
And when we were to go into another quarter, all producers, be it news producer, commercial, whatever, drama, we submit their,
yes.
And then defend it.
Yes.
Our academic did not submit. They didn't bring their drama.
Drama synopsis to you.
They didn't bring it. And I so much loved them. I loved them. I still, then they were busy doing something else we are, you understand, because so I now wrote 13 episodes.
For them?
For them.
On their behalf?
On their behalf.
Oh.
And I sat at the programs planning meeting, defended the whole 13 episodes. They couldn't, the people, different...
I know.
They couldn't force. I defended the 13 episodes, they approved. And do you know what? And I took, no telephone.
No phone, yeah. You had to go and discuss it physically with the...
I think Asho Pepe was their friend. Was Belo's, Salami's friend.
Yes.
I think we used land phone to get across.
Okay.
He was overwhelmed with joy. So, I said, it described his place in Lagos for me. And I hate Lagos.
Why?
I'm always scared of
Abeokuta boy.
So he said that they were living at number 1 at Itebi Street.
You know the funny thing? The next house was number 10 and 12 Botanical Gardens. That was where I lived.
That place?
Yes. The house, number 1 at Itebi, was the next compound.
Wonderful.
To where I live.
Wonderful.
That's 10 and 12 because the way the area was constructed, beside the court, there was supposed to be a road.
Okay.
That's the Botanical Gardens Road. Before the court was then used to cut it off.
Okay.
The court was used to cut it off. Then Olowodunlare Hotel,
Okay.
opposite number 1 at Itebi and 10 and 12, was used to block.
Okay.
So it cut off Botanical Gardens, but resumed with our residents.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So he was our neighbor. Yeah, that's
Then
yes, at the bell.
Then he told me Mama Adewolu will meet me at a certain junction. So and from Ibadan to Lagos.
Yes.
And good enough, I saw Mama Adewolu waiting for me because it would have been terrible if I didn't see anybody.
Yes.
You know, Mama Adewolu welcomed me. She was so happy. Then took me to Talami and I submitted the synopsis to them. Let me not forget another incident.
Right.
My daughter was a Bodija International School. I took him to the school and I was location. I think a full-length drama.
Okay.
I was carried away. And I
forgot her
entirely. Entirely. I think about after maybe like 6:30, I remembered. I shouted. I think it was Baba Adejobi. I can't remember the actual group. Hey, what's happening, sir? I said, yeah, my daughter. I didn't remember to pick her at school.
Or arrange for her to be picked.
Then we were about finishing. So I hurried home. See who I see on bed.
Your daughter? How did she get
so tired, she had slept off. I was like, I felt relieved. Then later when she woke, I think I woke her up. He said, how did you do? He said, I said, Banani. From Riakari Nalinde, we will go through so many junctions.
I can imagine.
Before getting to international school. So anyway, I give glory to God. I give glory to God. Whenever I remember, I used to, as if it's
just happening.
That my daughter, when she was even younger, was playing the role of Remi Ogunshile, Remi Okoro,
Remi
Jirigo. And Remi was the wife of Chief Koko in the play. I wrote the play.
Right.
The play is Wide Wicked World. Played fantastically. I said, Wide Wicked World. I coined it from Wide West. I used the W. So so when they were in disagreement, my Remi and Coco, my God, it was terrible, and I was happy. But at the same time, I pity my daughter because, can you imagine? Said, don't mind mommy, as if they were parents. Which was, it's natural.
Yes.
But my daughter couldn't contain the real, because she was small. Yeah, my daughter, my mommy. So after the production, we were all happy. And I brought her from home to play that role. Because in that play, Lumide said he was disowning the woman. He said, if your daddy say my leg in your house, he should cut it. So, and do you know what? Later, she went to an hotel, and this the daughter you say you do, the son, was playing poor lady. And so Olumide was, he will say, where's my something? They will arrange for her to come and meet Olumide. And then, so at the end of the play, Olumide said, I ruined her. I ruined myself. That's the end of when it was, because he said if the daddy and if the parents saw something in their house, they should cut it.
Yes.
Later he went to beg for reconciliation.
Yes.
And that time, my daughter, so-called daughter, came in. Said, Jumai, he called the daughter the name he used to know her by at hotel. The wife said, can you imagine? Who is Jumai? I said, this Jumai.
That's your
So
daughter.
you don't know your daughter. Yeah. That's why he collapsed. I ruined them. I ruined myself. He said, the wife was asking why. So that's how they knew that, you know.
He had been frequenting the hotel.
It's it has so many reminiscences.
Yes.
So many reminiscences.
I know that you also, for some time, went to support them at the BCOS TV.
Yes.
How did you go there?
Okay. This career that was so buoyant, so something, it was truncated. My career was truncated.
At the NTA?
At the NTA. You will wonder how somebody who has contributed this much, no criminal something, November 4, 1985, they came to serve retrenchment letters. And Larry Diagalaya used to call me my boy. He said, when they saw that I was there, they said they will follow me home to pacify me. I said, no, what's happening? But I was involved in that retrenchment exercise.
Yes.
Maybe you remember this name, Efionaye.
Sam.
Sam Efionaye.
Yes.
He saw the list in Lagos, the original list. Then Sam Efionaye said, this man, I was in the library. We just go and let us pray. In my presence, Sam Efionaye said, this man who never hurts a fly, his name was not in the list.
From Lagos? From
Lagos. I saw it. He was telling people, I saw it. This man who never hurts a fly, his name was never in the list.
Somebody
put my name there. And one thing that saddened me is that I thought it was an engineer who was acting for Baba. Baba was DM before he was transferred, exchanged something to another station.
Right.
Bayok.
Right. Prince
Soda. And somebody, an engineer, was deputizing for him. I don't know. So this havoc came. I don't know. I just, when Baba now came back, and I wanted to get an appointment at Adewolu somehow, I never knew Baba was back. The people there said I should go and collect
letter of recommendation
from my former place of work, and I came and I saw Baba. He was, till he died, he was fond of me. So when I came and I told him this and that, he just called the admin man, said, so do you know what, instead of to whom it may concern, they gave me certificate of service.
Mm.
And then they eulogized me. They told me this and that. They said many things concerning my character, and now, you know, and they recommend that whoever needs the services of such somebody, you know, that letter gladdened me. So until Baba died, and we said, oh, Jare, how's your wife or your children? I said, they are fine, sir. So
those were in the days of when things were going down in Nigeria,
yeah.
Following after the Shagari government, Buhari came, and already things had nosedived.
Yes,
Nosedived, and
yes.
retrenchment went on in so many places
Yes.
at that time. Very many places.
Yes,
That's such a shame. So that was what made you leave.
That's what made me leave. And then let me say something again. You know, I entered. They sponsored me, NTA,
Okay.
to read diploma in theatre arts.
Yes.
On study leave with full pay, study allowance, course allowance was even added, and 3-year bond. That 3-year bond, I've only served 4 years. I've just worked not up to 2 years
Of it.
When I came. Had it been I was the one that defaulted, they
Asked you to pay.
they have me to pay. And you know, when this happened, I just took it as Lord. And you were asking. Now let me not forget to be grateful to Remy
Ijirigo.
She was friend to late Colonel Bankole,
Yeah, allow you.
the acting military
Military
governor
governor
those days,
yeah.
was my classmate.
Okay.
He used to say my brother's friend.
Yes.
Remy used to say
Used
my
to
brother.
call you that.
Yeah. So he now that Remy Ogushile inspired me to read diploma in theatres.
Right.
He said, what's happening? You have qualification. Why don't you apply for study leave with pay? If I don't remember this, it will have pained me. So Remy then, you know, inspired me, and I wrote, and I got sponsorship to read theatre. It would have been a tragedy. But I've been good.
You've been in the role.
No, without
But this is a society that thrives on certificates.
Yes, you know, and immediately I came, the promotion was, you know, rapid. Instead of production assistant, production officer,
Yes.
I became producer.
Right.
You know, producer is a, you know.
Yeah, I understand.
So that's it.
Right. Thank him again for making time to be on the Tunde Lanio podcast, The Nigerian Theatre Witnesses to History. I encourage you to continue to watch, to share it, to like it and share it, and make comments so that these people that will bring, these people you can interact with them, they can answer your questions or gaps that you want to be filled. Until we come back again next week with It's Bye From Me.